Hey, friends of Two Crones with a Mic, we're back with a Friday message. And you know how that goes. Every Friday, Indira and I, we see if something comes through from Spirit for the collective. And so um, I have a little bit something from Spirit. I don't know if Indira, if you want to say something first before we get started. If not, I will just
I'm going to let you
dive
dive
right
right
into.
in. Yep, I'll let you
Okay.
dive right in.
Okay. Before I got on this, I heard from Spirit we need to talk about action. And action is really important, not just for yourself, but to really heal this world or heal whatever you can heal. So, by action, Spirit wants to talk about take action. I mean, it's really good if you have ideas in things you want to do, but without inspired action, you will not be able to get to your goals. So take action, even if there is a fear of failure or a fear of disappointment. Without any action, you will always be stuck in one place. And the same goes with taking action to help others. If you see something, take the action to help or to do something or to say something. So every action is better than no action. So Spirit wants to remind all of us, take action. Take action for yourself and take action for everybody else around you. And you will see the changes that you want to see. So always know that. I also pulled a card for us, and ironically, it says trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on, and time is not running out. So that kind of really goes with what I just said about taking action. Time isn't running out. Sometimes we think, "Oh, I'm too old for this," or "Well, I'll never going to make it. There's not enough time." But Spirit wants to remind you, take action because time is not running out. There's always enough time, there's always enough space, there's always enough of everything for you to reach your goal and for you to help others reach their goal wherever you can. And so that's what Spirit wants to say today. And that's the message I have.
All right. Well, I do not have a channeled message from Spirit today, but I am using the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle cards for those of you that want to increase your Oracle card um, collection. So I actually was inspired to pull two cards, and they're actually really interesting cards. And I I always feel like um, a lot of times our Friday message has something to do with our Tuesday message,
Yeah,
and so. There was a lot in our Tuesday message
there was.
when we met with Noelle Brown and a lot of what you said has a lot to do with her message.
I agree.
Talks about she talks about taking it like she is an active person and like so active and so amazing in so many ways. If you are drawn to mediumship, take action. If you are drawn to how she lives spherically, take action
Mm-hmm.
and trust that right now is the right time to take
Yeah.
that action. You know, that's that. So what's interesting is one of the cards that I pulled, it is the ever unfolding rose. And the words on it say cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. And that is one of the most profound lessons I think I've ever learned. Like, this isn't happening to me, it's happening for me. So it says the challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open no matter how much it hurts, to continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you're going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing. To open yourself to the truth that perhaps as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently. Treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has cradled you in her arms. The seas may not be smooth sailing, but are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. Let it crack you open. And what speaks to me really about that is when I had therapy on Friday, I had something that I wanted to deal with, and I was so angry, and I didn't realize how angry I was. And I went into that anger, and I was still angry over the weekend. Like, this isn't something that the
Interesting.
brain rewires in 15
Mm-hmm.
minutes, but
Mm-hmm.
the habit of being super angry has been going on for 40 years. And so I realized that I didn't have anything to be angry about anymore. And so I've been talking to my stepdad, who was, the active participant in that. He's on the other side, but I have been,
Mm-hmm.
talking to him and finding peace in my heart and in my soul around that, letting my anger crack me open, if you will, to really feel the love, because anger is a protection. It's a protective mechanism, and love feels very vulnerable, and I feel vulnerable um, saying I forgive you for
Yeah.
for the event, and I forgive you for causing an event that I then, as a 12, 13-year old, it was a conscious choice, sort of, but I chose to let it make me angry for 40 years. And so now I'm learning to like crack my heart open and forgive, and know that there's no way he can't hurt me
Right.
anymore. He's not here anymore. I can only hurt myself. And so holding on to that pain is it's not healthy. And then interestingly enough, the next one that came up was soul family.
Oh,
Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And we have talked a lot about calling on each other
yeah.
to support each other. It's time to call in your soul family and support team. People who get you at a soul level, people who are the same kind of weird as you, people who are your chosen family. They are coming and they are looking for you. If you haven't found them yet, this is a sign that they are close by. But in order for them to find you and to recognize you when they do, it is important that you stop dimming your light and truly let yourself be seen. If you've already found them, then you're being called to let them support you, and perhaps also assemble a wider support team. Your support team can consist of all types of people, such as a therapist, coach, mentor, or healer. Tune into what kind of support you need now. And we actually talked about that. Noelle mentioned that she has a mentor. I mentioned that I have three, plus I have a therapist. I have this amazing family that involves you, Bettina, that involves my husband, that involves Noelle. Noelle's part of our family.
Oh,
She's
I'm
part of
sure.
our
Yes.
core group. Um, we have this amazing group, and yet we have enough room to welcome more and
Yep.
to be a part of more. So I
Exactly.
think the greatest lie that we have told ourselves on in this existence is that we are independent.
Yeah.
And we are not. We are absolutely interdependent with each other, and it's time to stop lying to ourselves and admit that we need each other. We need each other
Mm-hmm.
to understand us, to make us feel heard, to support us, and to allow us to support them. We cannot always be the one that is always supporting. We have to let them support us, and because people need to feel needed as much as we need to be
Correct.
needed.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah.
I agree.
So those are the messages I have.
Cool.
Do you have anything
Yes.
that came up about after that?
Oh, not really. It's just so important for especially women to have really good women friends. That's just
Mhm.
something we talked about before, but Spirit just brought it back as a memory or to remind myself to say it again. It's find your tribe because
Yeah,
that's one of the best things you can do for yourself, for your
absolutely.
well-being overall, your emotional, your spiritual, and your physical well-being is to have a tribe, you
Yes.
know? And so take action. That's all I can
Yeah.
take action and find that and do something really good for yourself. So,
And start with the person that's the closest to you that
yeah,
you feel is part of your tribe, and maybe you never said it. This is something
yeah.
Bettina, we and I talk about a lot is I just walk up to somebody like, we're supposed to be friends. You're going to be my friend, like we did in kindergarten. How you develop
Mm-hmm.
friendships is no different now than it was when you were in
It's
kindergarten.
true.
So if there is somebody that just really rings your bell, just walk up to them and be like, I want to be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
How do we do this? And of course,
Mm-hmm.
now we do it a little bit more like relationships. We set our
Sure.
boundaries and we learn how to trust each other and we show up for each other and we do the things. So
Yeah.
yeah. So find your tribe, take your action, open your heart. I think that cracked open, part, let love in, is part of that as well. That, wherever you see that you are closing down, take that action of
Yeah.
opening yourself back up and trust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Bye
Happy
for now.
Friday.
Bye bye.